Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the meditation session. Today, the topic is flying beyond influences. From the moment we wake up until late in the evening, we are under so many influences. I wake up and I hear some noise, and my inner world is disturbed by that. I go out and I see something which is not quite right, and the mood changes immediately. We may eat something and we realize that the ingredients are having so many chemicals and the body is not right. So many influences throughout the day from the outer world. And then there are influences from my own past. I remember something or someone said something, and again my inner world is changing. And there are influences from the vibrations of other people. Someone may be angry or they may be sad, and it has nothing to do with me. But I do pick up that vibrations, and again, my positivity or my optimism changes, and I become more negative. Is there any solution against these influences? And we would say yes. When we become centered in our spiritual identity, then we are creating positive thoughts and pure, benevolent, good wishes that are able to counteract any influences from the outer world. It is what we call being able to fly in our mind. And there is a saying in sport, the best defense is the attack. So the best way to protect ourselves from these influences is to be able to create positive thoughts and good wishes and to surround ourselves with these good vibrations, to immerse ourselves in our spiritual identity. And when we speak about a stage of our mind that is like flying, that is not the present state for human beings. As we look around, we can see human beings are not flying in their minds. I would say they are not even walking in their minds. Spiritual knowledge would say that human beings at the present moment have as if stopped somewhere and they are waiting for someone or something to save them and to help them. They are waiting for the government to help them. They are waiting for the social media to encourage them. They would like someone on TV, a guru, to tell them what to do. Everyone and anyone should help me, everyone apart from me. And the only person that can help me to change is myself. I have to take that responsibility. And when we take that responsibility to change ourselves and to create pure thoughts, to create good, benevolent wishes for myself and for others, then all that influence will not going to have any power on us. So let us start walking again. We can walk in our minds, and then it will be easy to fly. So let's experiment with this flying stage in our minds. Let us start with making sure that the body is feeling comfortable, relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. The arms and the hands are relaxed. We are breathing in a natural way, normal breathing. We are relaxing the face, the head, the eyes. We are paying attention to our inner world. We realize That's the essence of our life. Is contained within the being. There is a human side and there is a being. We connect with this being of light, with a true self. This living, conscious, tiny true self is the essence of life. Is the one that is perceiving through the mind. The one that is making sense. The one that experiences the physical world. A living, conscious, tiny true self is non-material. The material world is constantly changing. Everything has an end. For the living, conscious, true self, the material world is like a game. It's like a play. It has colors and sound and movement. A living being is non-physical. It is subtle. It is invisible. It is a guest in the material world. It can enjoy the interaction with the material world. It exists independent of the physically perceived world. It cannot die. It cannot own anything nor anyone in the material world. It is independent, self-sufficient. We can understand it as a radiant being of light. Radiant with vibrations of peace, calmness, contentment. We see from the perspective of this true self, the one that is experiencing now, like a tiny point of light, associated with the body, associated with the name, with a country, with a physical address, and still being a guest. knowing the truth, knowing himself as being immortal. By creating these thoughts about our spiritual identity, we take ownership of our minds. We are fully responsible for how we think and how we feel. We can direct and guide our mind. The next step is to be able to fly with our mind. Flying means to be able to see our original qualities, to see and to experience our original personality. Let us play with the thought that the true self, the being of light, is angel-like, God-like, child-like in her personality. Let us experience the qualities of an angelic personality. Personality like God's personality. Someone who is selfless in thoughts, words, and actions. Someone who is wise. Feels lucky and fortunate. Someone who knows the truth. And it is constantly in an ascending stage, going upwards in their consciousness. For a few moments, our mind is in an upward spiral, reaching out to a higher consciousness, a consciousness that is full of spirituality, knowing that we are eternal, invisible, subtle beings of light, seeing others as being alike, seeing others as angels. Their potential is that of an angel. Ascending towards a state of divinity, understanding the nature of goodness of each and every soul. Understanding the peaceful nature of everyone. merging that personality that is royal, never a beggar, royal, sovereign, higher than a prince, someone who is a king, the master of the self, master of the mind, is beyond any influences. Nothing can trap, nothing can pull them. Anyone who is flying cannot be pulled down, cannot be trapped. They are free. We experience in our minds this higher consciousness, this higher personality, the angelic-like personality. For the angel, the constant companion is God, the divine, the supreme friend. In his company, everyone is safe, secure, always. There is only one influence, the influence from the Supreme Friend. Everything else disappears, has no power. In this relationship with the Supreme Friend, pure, benevolent, good wishes are spread out towards the whole world. We are no longer influenced, and we can spread a positive, benevolent, pure vibrations towards nature, animals, human souls. With this vibration, ourselves we benefit, and we bring benefit into the world. During the day, we can return to this flying stage. We take ownership of our thoughts, of our emotions, and we guide our mind with kindness, with positivity, and we can fly and help others fly. Thank you. Om Shanti.